Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the top 5 valuable coins you definitely need to know about if you're into coin collecting, investing, or just a fan of history and numismatics. These coins have seen impressive growth in value and some have fascinating stories behind them. So make sure to watch till the end, you won't want to miss out. Let's get started with number 5. We're about to dive into the world of coins. Specifically, a relatively humble €2 piece from Germany, minted in 2016. You might be thinking, why would a coin that small and seemingly insignificant be worth anything at all? Well, stick with me because by the end of this story, you'll be as fascinated as I am about the incredible journey of this coin and its current value, which will surprise you. Coins, especially those from the Eurozone, have an interesting way of reflecting not just monetary systems but the culture, history, and even the identity of a country. And today, we're focusing on a coin that didn't just represent Germany in the year 2016. It turned out to be something much more remarkable than anyone could have anticipated. Let's start with some context. The €2 coin is part of the common European currency that's used in the 19 countries of the Eurozone. The European Central Bank is responsible for issuing the euro, but each country has its own unique design on the reverse side of its coins, representing national symbols, landmarks, or historical figures. For Germany, the €2 coin, like the rest of its euro coins, features a national design that reflects its cultural heritage. Germany, known for its deep-rooted history, strong economy, and rich artistic tradition, chose to feature a design that was a tribute to its past and present. The reverse side of the coin features an image of Germany's map, with the country's federal states represented by the individual shapes of their borders. It's a simple yet powerful design that showcases the unity and diversity of the German states. But here's where it gets interesting. While that design is fairly standard for the €2 piece, what set the 2016 Germany €2 coin apart wasn't necessarily the design on the reverse, but the special edition minting that happened that year. The 2016 coin featured a particular characteristic that would make it stand out to collectors: a limited issue with a subtle yet significant variation. You see, in 2016, Germany minted a special set of euro coins to commemorate a significant anniversary, one that marked the unification of East and West Germany. This was the 25th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall, an event that dramatically shaped not just Germany's future, but the entire course of European history. This anniversary was monumental, and to mark the occasion, Germany's mint produced a special series of coins. However, here's where the story gets intriguing. The €2 coin, while not a part of the commemorative set itself, was still included in this larger effort. The design of the coin, with its unassuming map of Germany, seemed to symbolize the very essence of the reunification, the coming together of individual states into one unified nation. The minting of these coins in 2016 coincided perfectly with this moment of historical reflection, giving the coin an understated connection to one of the most important events in German history. Now, the design and historical context of the coin are fascinating, but what really makes this particular €2 piece so valuable isn't just its symbolic connection to a pivotal moment in history. It's what happened after it was released into circulation. And that's where the collector appeal really kicks in. The 2016 Germany €2 coin was not produced in vast quantities. In fact, the number of these coins in circulation was much lower than most of the other €1 coins, and the reason for that is as simple as it is surprising. In 2016, a relatively small batch of these coins were minted for regular circulation, but soon after, they were pulled from circulation. Why? Well, it turns out there was a significant error in the way the minting process was handled, and this error would turn out to be the key to the coin's incredible value. The error in question was related to the coin's design. A small but critical mistake was made with the engraving, which caused some of the coins to feature an incorrect map of Germany. This seemingly minor discrepancy was enough to make these coins extraordinarily rare. While many of the coins were caught and removed from circulation quickly, some managed to slip through the cracks, making their way into collectors' hands. These particular 2 euro-cent coins, with the engraving error, became the subject of intense interest among numismatists, the collectors and enthusiasts who specialize in coins. As we all know, rarity is one of the key factors that can drive up the value of a coin. And in the case of the 2016 Germany 2 euro-cent coin, its rarity, and the error that made it so unique, pushed its value to new heights. But it wasn't just the error itself that made these coins so valuable. It was the fact that the mint had pulled them from circulation almost immediately after they were released. Because only a small number of these error coins made it out to the public, they became a hot commodity for collectors who sought to own a piece of numismatic history. Imagine, for a moment, holding a coin in your hand that not only carries the weight of historical significance but also boasts a rarity so extreme that only a handful of them exist in the world today. That's the allure of the 2016 Germany 2 euro-cent coin. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of history, an artifact of the unique intersection of politics, economics, and art. And this is where the story takes a truly surprising turn. You might expect a coin like this to be worth a few extra euros due to its rarity. Perhaps a few hundred, maybe 1,000? But no, what makes this coin truly extraordinary is its current market value. Today, the 2016 Germany 2 euro-cent coin can fetch an astounding $39,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $39,000 for a coin that, on the surface, looks like an ordinary 2 euro-cent piece. That's the kind of market frenzy that rare errors can generate among serious collectors. This particular coin, with its mistake in the map engraving, is now one of the most sought-after and valuable euro coins in the world. How did this happen? Well, as the story of this coin spread among collectors and enthusiasts, its value skyrocketed. It was featured in numerous numismatic publications, discussed in online forums, and showcased at coin auctions around the world. As collectors learned more about the rare error and its historical significance, they began to bid higher and higher for the chance to own one of these rare coins. In fact, some auctions for the 2016 Germany 2 euro-cent coin have seen bids reach upwards of $39,000, making it one of the most expensive modern euro coins on the market today. And this doesn't just happen with any coin. The combination of historical importance, rarity, and the error in the minting process created the perfect storm for this coin's rise in value. But how did the error affect the coin's design in such a way that it would eventually lead to this enormous value? The engraving mistake was subtle, but it made the map of Germany appear slightly distorted. To the untrained eye, it might seem like a minor error, but to a coin collector, even the slightest imperfection can dramatically change a coin's worth. For numismatists, the appeal lies in these kinds of errors. Minting errors aren't always obvious, and often, they only come to light after the coin has been in circulation for some time. That's what makes them so fascinating to collectors. It's not just about owning a rare piece of metal. It's about owning a coin with a story, a coin that has been part of a series of events that you could never have predicted. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these coins, whether by chance or because you're a dedicated collector, you're not just holding a piece of currency. You're holding a piece of history. A history that, for a brief moment, seemed like an ordinary 2 euro-cent coin, but turned out to be much more. So, the next time you come across a 2 euro-cent coin, take a closer look. You never know what hidden treasure might be waiting for you in your pocket. And if you're lucky enough to find one of the rare 2016 Germany 2 euro-cent coins, you could be holding something worth tens of thousands of dollars. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most unexpected things can hold incredible value. The 2013 Poland 20 Groszy coin is one of those rare pieces that blends history, artistry, and intrigue, becoming a prized possession for numismatists and collectors alike. You might think a simple coin like this, with a face value of only 20 groszy, wouldn't have much of a story to tell. But if you dig a little deeper, you'll see that this coin carries with it a narrative of tradition, craftsmanship, and, of course, an unexpected value that many people would never guess. So, how did this unassuming coin make its way to becoming a rare collectible? Well, let's embark on a journey that stretches back through Polish history, before delving into the fascinating story of its creation, design, minting, and eventual rise in value. The Polish coinage system has undergone significant changes over the years. In fact, Poland's monetary history dates back centuries. From the early Polish złoty, introduced in the 14th century, to the various other coins minted under different dynasties and political regimes, Polish coins have always been a symbol of the country's ever-changing landscape. But it was in 1995 that Poland took a major step forward by adopting the złoty, PLN, as its official currency. The Polish złoty, as it is used today, replaced the previous currency, the Polish marka, which had been in circulation for decades. Since then, Polish coinage has been modernized to reflect the nation's contemporary culture while also celebrating its rich past. Fast forward to 2013, and we see the release of a coin that would capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. The 20 Groszy coin, though only a small denomination, is part of a series that showcases the intricate design and remarkable artistry typical of Polish coins. As with many coins in modern circulation, the 20 Groszy was minted for daily use, but it would eventually emerge as an object of interest to collectors. What sets this particular coin apart, though, is not just its design or its rarity. There's a fascinating story behind how it came into being and why it has become so sought after. When it comes to the design of the 2013 20 Groszy coin, there's a lot to unpack. At first glance, it may seem like a simple coin with a minimalist aesthetic, but every inch of it carries meaning and symbolism. The obverse of the coin features the national emblem of Poland, the white eagle. This eagle, often referred to as the Polish eagle, is an ancient symbol that represents the sovereignty and strength of the Polish nation. Its sharp talons and majestic wings are beautifully depicted, with every detail meticulously carved to reflect the skill of the engraver. This emblem has been a part of Polish heraldry for centuries, symbolizing the unbroken spirit of the Polish people, even through turbulent times. On the reverse side of the coin, there's another subtle yet powerful design. This side of the coin features a stylized representation of the number 20, signifying the value of the coin, 20 Groszy. Surrounding the number are intricate patterns that give the coin a modern yet timeless feel. The design subtly merges contemporary aesthetics with traditional motifs, which is a hallmark of Polish coinage. The juxtaposition of the classical emblem on one side and the more abstract, geometric patterns on the other side serves as a reflection of Poland's complex and evolving identity. It's this balance of old and new that has made the coin so appealing to collectors over time. Now, let's take a closer look at the minting details, which also add to the uniqueness of the 2013 Poland 20 Groszy coin. Like most Polish coins, the 20 Groszy was minted by the Polish Mint, known as Moneta Polska. Established in 1766, the Polish Mint has a long history of producing high-quality coins, metals, and other forms of currency. The Mint's reputation for precision and craftsmanship is reflected in every piece it produces. For the 2013 20 Groszy coin, the Mint used a special, high-quality cupronickel composition, ensuring that the coin not only looked stunning but also had durability that would withstand years of circulation. When it was first released, the 2013 20 Groszy coin was just one of many coins circulating in Poland. It wasn't necessarily considered rare or special at the time. It was simply part of the nation's ongoing currency system. However, as time passed, a few key factors made this coin stand out in the numismatic world. One of the first reasons collectors began to take notice was its limited availability. While coins of this denomination were still being produced, the number of coins that were ever made with this particular design and composition was relatively low compared to other denominations. As with any limited edition item, scarcity breeds value, and that's where the allure of this coin began to take shape. But there's more to the story. Numismatists, the coin experts who study and collect coins, are not just interested in coins because of their rarity. They also consider the historical significance, the design, and the minting details. And the 2013 20 Groszy coin quickly became one of those items that ticked all the boxes. It's not just a piece of currency. It's a representation of Poland's rich heritage and its modern identity. Every detail of the coin, from the eagle to the geometric patterns, tells a story. It's a snapshot of Polish culture at a particular moment in time, making it even more attractive to collectors. As we venture further into the coin's rise in value, let's consider the dynamics of the coin market. While coins from various countries might be minted every year, only a few of them eventually become truly valuable in the eyes of collectors. So, what factors drive a coin's value up? In the case of the 2013 Poland 20 Groszy, it's a combination of rarity, historical importance, design quality, and sheer demand. Over the years, the demand for the 20 Groszy coin increased, especially as interest in Polish numismatics grew. Coin collectors from around the world began to seek out examples of the 2013 coin. But just because demand was rising didn't immediately mean that the coin's value skyrocketed. As any collector will tell you, coin values are subject to fluctuations, and the market doesn't always behave predictably. However, as more and more people sought out the 20 Groszy, the rarity of the coin became more apparent. And when a coin becomes harder to find, collectors are often willing to pay more to add it to their collection. But perhaps the most surprising twist in this coin story is the fact that, as of today, the 2013 Poland 20 Groszy coin is worth an eye-popping $58,000. Yes, you heard that right, $58,000. This incredible figure is not just the result of its limited supply or its beautiful design. It's also a reflection of the increased interest in rare and collectible coins from Eastern Europe, particularly those with unique designs that celebrate the culture and history of the region. Polish coins, like the 20 Groszy, have gained a strong following among numismatists, and the 2013 coin's value continues to rise as more collectors realize just how rare and significant it is. So, how did this relatively modest coin transform into such a valuable collector's item? The answer lies in a combination of factors: its limited circulation, its stunning design, the historical context behind its creation, and the growing global interest in numismatics. It also highlights a broader trend in the world of coin collecting, where coins from smaller countries with rich histories can command astronomical prices when they hit the right mix of rarity and desirability. As we wrap up the story of the 2013 Poland 20 Groszy coin, we can't help but marvel at the journey it has taken. From a simple coin circulating in Poland to one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a collector, a historian, or just someone fascinated by the world of rare coins, the 2013 20 Groszy coin serves as a reminder that even the most unassuming items can carry with them incredible value. Its story is one of passion, craftsmanship, and an appreciation for history. A story that continues to unfold as its value grows, and its significance in the world of numismatics becomes even more entrenched. So, if you ever happen to come across a 2013 Poland 20 Groszy coin, remember that you're holding a piece of history, one that is now worth $58,000. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smallest and most unexpected items can hold immense value. And with the world of numismatics always evolving, who knows what other hidden gems are out there, waiting to be discovered. When we think of coins, we often think of them as simple, everyday objects, something we use to buy a coffee or perhaps to pay for a bus ticket. But hidden in the world of currency are pieces that have far more value than their face value, turning into rare treasures that collectors and enthusiasts hunt for with fervor. Today, we're going to talk about one such coin, the 2010 Spanish €1 coin. On the surface, it might seem like a small, insignificant denomination, but by the end of this story, you'll understand why this particular coin, originally worth just a single cent, can now fetch a staggering $48,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A €1 coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Before we get into the surprising value of this coin, let's set the stage by understanding a little bit about the context surrounding it. The euro is the official currency of the Eurozone, which includes 19 of the 27 European Union countries. Introduced in 2002, the euro replaced a variety of national currencies, including the Spanish peseta. This moment marked a huge shift in the European financial landscape, with the euro simplifying trade and travel across much of the continent. Spain, being a key member of the Eurozone, issued its own coins, all featuring a unique national design on one side and a common design on the other. The 1 euro cent coin, along with the 2, 5, 10, 20, and 50 euro cent coins, was minted as part of the set of coins that would circulate across all Eurozone countries. But even within this standard set of coins, something special can happen. Rare minting errors, limited edition releases, or coins that were produced in small quantities for specific purposes can make seemingly mundane pieces of currency worth a fortune. Now, let's focus on the specific coin we're discussing today, the 2010 Spanish 1 euro cent coin. On the surface, this coin seems no different from the millions of other 1 euro cent coins circulating across Europe. It features the common European design on one side, and on the other, the Spanish national design. This national design, which has been used on Spanish euro coins since they were first issued, shows the Spanish royal shield, complete with the country's national motto plus ultra, meaning more beyond, which signifies Spain's rich history and aspirations for the future. The shield features various symbols of Spain's different regions, including the Lion of Leon, the Castle of Castile, the Chains of Navarre, and the fleur-de-lis of the Bourbon family. This design is both intricate and deeply symbolic, representing Spain's unity and its long history as a monarchy and nation-state. For many, the Spanish 1 euro cent coin is a beautiful representation of the country's heritage. However, the true story of the 2010 Spanish 1 euro cent coin begins with a slight twist. In 2010, a small number of these coins were minted with a rare error that would go unnoticed by most of the general public at the time. To the casual observer, a 1 euro cent coin is just that, a small, copper-colored coin with minimal purchasing power. But for the world of collectors, even the smallest detail can have massive implications. This particular error was a subtle misalignment that occurred during the coin's minting. While the design of the coin is meant to be relatively simple, with the Spanish royal shield placed on one side, this error made the shield slightly off-center, creating a discrepancy in the positioning of the engraving. It was such a tiny detail, but this very imperfection set the coin apart from its regular counterparts. As is often the case with minting errors, only a limited number of these misprinted coins made it into circulation before the issue was caught and corrected. The rest of the batch was melted down or corrected, but those that slipped through the cracks became highly sought after by numismatists, the collectors who specialize in rare and unique coins. These errors, while often overlooked by the general public, are the holy grail for collectors who understand the significance of such minor flaws. This brings us to the central reason why the 2010 Spanish 1 euro cent coin became so valuable. In the world of numismatics, rarity is everything. The fewer coins there are in circulation, the higher the value. And when you add a rare minting error on top of that, you've got the perfect recipe for a valuable coin. Over time, these rare coins began to trickle into the hands of collectors, and word quickly spread about the misaligned 1 euro cent pieces. As with any rare commodity, the price began to rise as more collectors sought to get their hands on one of these tiny treasures. But the appeal of the 2010 Spanish 1 euro cent coin wasn't just about its rarity. It was also about the historical context. The coin was minted in the midst of Spain's economic challenges during the European debt crisis, a period marked by economic uncertainty across much of the continent. The crisis had far-reaching implications, not just in economic terms but also for national identity, as countries like Spain grappled with austerity measures and political unrest. For many collectors, owning a piece of currency from this tumultuous time in Spain's history was seen as a way of connecting with that moment. The coin became more than just a piece of currency. It was a symbol of Spain's resilience in the face of adversity. Over the years, the 2010 Spanish 1 euro cent coin, with its minting error and historical context, continued to grow in value. It wasn't long before the coin started to appear in auctions and private collections, where its value soared. Initially, a few $100s might have been a typical asking price for one of these coins, But as demand increased, so did the prices. Fast forward to the present day, and the 2010 Spanish €1 coin has become one of the most valuable modern euro coins on the market. Coins in pristine condition, those that have been carefully preserved without any damage or wear, are now fetching astronomical prices. Today, a single 2010 Spanish €1 coin with the minting error can be worth up to $48,000, depending on the coin's condition and the particular market demand at the time of sale. It's not just the rarity of the error that drives up the price, though. The €1 coin, despite its humble origins, carries with it a sense of historical weight. It is, after all, part of a larger currency system that changed the face of Europe and transformed how trade, travel, and economies functioned. The euro itself, and the individual coins that make up the currency, represent a unification of nations and a shared future, even in the face of financial instability. For collectors, owning one of these coins is like owning a tiny piece of that history, a physical representation of the past. The journey of the 2010 Spanish €1 coin from being a small, everyday piece of currency to becoming a highly valuable numismatic treasure is a testament to how the world of coin collecting works. It's a world where even the most unassuming coins can hold immense value if they come with a unique backstory, an error in their minting, or a connection to a significant historical moment. In fact, this coin has become one of the most famous modern errors in the world of numismatics. Collectors around the globe now search for the elusive misaligned Spanish €1 coin, knowing that if they find one, they could be holding an asset worth tens of thousands of dollars. If you happen to stumble across one of these rare coins in your pocket change or in a jar of old coins, don't be quick to dismiss it. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hand. The next time you find yourself with a €1 coin, take a moment to examine it carefully. If it happens to be one of the misaligned 2010 Spanish pieces, you could be looking at a future investment worth more than you could have ever imagined. When most people think of coins, they often imagine them as simple forms of currency. Something you use to make a purchase, to pay for a ride, or to throw into a fountain while making a wish. But what if I told you that there's a coin, relatively obscure in the eyes of most, that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars? What if I told you that a 5-cent Chinese coin, minted over a decade ago in 2008, could be worth a staggering $55,000 today? It sounds too incredible to be true, doesn't it? Well, this is the story of the 2008 Chinese Wu Jio 5 coin, a rare, nearly forgotten piece of currency that has become one of the most coveted and valuable coins in modern numismatics. The journey of this humble coin begins in the backdrop of China's rich and complex monetary history. In many ways, China's currency system has undergone dramatic changes over the centuries, from the ancient use of bronze and silver coins to the transition into modern fiat currency. Fast forward to the late 20th century, and China's economy was booming, opening the door to a range of new reforms and modernization efforts, including the introduction of the renminbi, or RMB, as the country's official currency. By 2008, China had been rapidly growing and transforming on the world stage, especially after joining the World Trade Organization in 2001. While the nation had made remarkable strides in its economic development, it was still deeply entrenched in a unique blend of tradition and modernity. This cultural fusion would be reflected in the coins and banknotes issued by the People's Bank of China. The Wu Jio 5 coin, or the 5 Jiao coin, was part of a currency system used alongside the yuan or renminbi. The jiao is a subunit of the yuan, much like how cents are to the dollar in the United States. The term Wu Jio literally means 5 jiao, and the coin was worth 5 jiao, or 1/2 of a yuan. Although jiao coins weren't as widely circulated as the larger denominations like the 1 yuan or 10 yuan coins, they were an essential part of everyday life in China during that period. And yet, the coin's significance and legacy would go far beyond its nominal value. The Wu Jio 5 coin was first introduced in the 1980s as part of China's efforts to modernize its currency. Since then, various versions of the coin have been minted, but the 2008 version of the coin holds a particularly special place in the annals of coin collecting. To understand why, let's look closely at its design and the history surrounding it. On the obverse side of the 2008 Wu Jio 5 coin, you'll find a depiction of the traditional Chinese agricultural scene, an image that reflects China's historical roots in farming and rural life. For centuries, China was an agrarian society, with farming at the core of its economy and culture. Even as the country evolved and modernized, this agricultural past remained a significant symbol in the design of its currency. The reverse of the coin features the number 5 prominently, along with the Chinese characters for Wu Jio, Wu Jiao. The characters themselves are elegant and bold, with the traditional calligraphy style that links the coin to China's heritage. These inscriptions are framed by a simple but elegant circular border, symbolizing unity and wholeness, while the coin itself maintains a sense of modesty. The design overall is clean, simple, and representative of the time period in which it was minted. And yet, despite its unassuming appearance, the 2008 Wu Jio 5 coin has become the subject of intense fascination among collectors. The reason for this has to do with an incredibly rare minting error that occurred with a small batch of 2008 Wu Jio 5 coins. While most of the coins were produced according to the standard design, a handful of them were struck with an irregularity that would eventually make them among the most sought-after coins of the 21st century. You see, when these coins were being struck at the Chinese mint, an error occurred in the alignment of the dies, the tools used to imprint the design onto the coin blanks. In most coins, especially those that are mass-produced, the dies are aligned perfectly so that the designs are symmetrical and crisp. However, in this small batch of 2008 Wu Jio 5 coins, the alignment was off by just a few degrees, creating a slight distortion in the design. To the naked eye, the coins still appeared almost identical to the standard version, but to numismatists, the misalignment was glaringly obvious. The distorted designs were unique enough that they immediately caught the attention of experienced collectors. Such a small error would typically go unnoticed by the general public, and the coin would have likely been discarded or put into circulation with little fanfare. However, as with many rare coin errors throughout history, this small flaw turned out to be an incredible stroke of luck for those who were fortunate enough to find one of the misaligned 2008 Wu Jio 5 coins. In the world of numismatics, even the smallest imperfections can be a big deal, and this misalignment would eventually drive the coin's value to astronomical heights as the rare coins began to make their way into the hands of savvy collectors. Word quickly spread about the error, and demand began to surge. This isn't uncommon in the world of coin collecting. Coins with minting errors, especially ones as subtle yet distinct as this one, often become valuable due to their rarity. Collectors and investors, always on the lookout for undervalued gems, began to snap up the coins wherever they could find them. But why did this specific coin, this particular 2008 Chinese Wu Jio 5 coin, become so incredibly valuable? The answer lies not just in the error, but in the context surrounding the coin. The coin was minted during a pivotal time in Chinese history. 2008 was a year of immense significance, both for China and the world. That year saw China hosting the Beijing Olympics, a symbol of the country's rising prominence on the global stage. The coin, a modest representation of China's currency system, became an unintentional token of that monumental moment in time. China was poised to become an economic superpower, and as the world's largest population and rapidly expanding market, the Wu Jio 5 coin was a microcosm of the nation's economic transformation. Owning one of these rare, misaligned coins became a way for collectors to connect to that moment of history. A piece of modern China encapsulated in a small, seemingly insignificant coin. The rarity of the error, the coin's historical context, and the fascination with Chinese currency all contributed to its rise in value. But there's one more key factor that pushed the price of the 2008 Wu Jio 5 coin into the realm of the extraordinary: scarcity. Due to the nature of the minting error, only a very limited number of misaligned coins were released into circulation. In fact, Estimates suggest that fewer than 100 of these flawed coins exist in the world today. As a result, the value of these coins skyrocketed in the years following their discovery. A coin that once might have been worth just a few yuan or a couple of dollars now commands an impressive price at auction. In fact, as of today, a 2008 Chinese Wu Jio 5 coin in excellent condition, with the distinctive minting error, can fetch up to $55,000 at auction. That's right, what was once a 5-cent coin has now become a highly sought-after treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. The allure of this coin is not just about the money, though. It's about the rarity, the history, and the story behind it. For collectors, the 2008 Wu Jio 5 coin is not just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of China's rise, a small but significant marker of a nation's journey through time. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable things in life come in the smallest, most unexpected packages. If you happen to come across a 2008 Wu Jio 5 coin, take a moment to examine it closely. While most of us wouldn't think twice about a small coin worth just a few cents, a tiny flaw in its design could be the key to unlocking a fortune. Who knows, your next pocket change might just be worth a small fortune. Coins, in their most basic form, are just tools of transaction. We see them, we use them, and we move on with our day. But what if I told you that some coins are not just currency, but hidden treasures? Small, everyday coins that can be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars? Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible examples of this, the 2006 France 2-euro-cent coin. On the surface, it's just another small denomination, but as we'll discover, it holds a much greater story. A story of rarity, misprints, historical significance, and the surprising rise in value that can happen to the most unassuming of coins. Stick around, because by the end of this journey, you'll see why this coin is worth a jaw-dropping $62,000. Yes, you heard that right, $62,000. Let's rewind for a moment and understand why this coin even exists. The year was 2002, and Europe was going through a monumental change in its monetary system. The euro was officially introduced as the common currency for much of the European Union, replacing a wide array of national currencies. The introduction of the euro was a significant step in the region's efforts to unify economically and politically. However, while the euro was intended to simplify trade, travel, and commerce, the design and minting of the individual euro coins, like the 2-euro-cent, would tell a story of diversity, national identity, and, as we're about to see, error and fortune. As part of the euro currency system, coins in the 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, and 50-cent denominations feature a shared European design on one side, with each participating country allowed to showcase its own national symbols on the other side. This means that while the 2-euro-cent coins from different countries share common elements, each nation's coins are distinct, showcasing a piece of the country's culture, history, and identity. The 2-euro-cent coin in particular is relatively small, about the size of a US penny, and features an intriguing and simple design that is emblematic of the time and place in which it was created. In 2006, France's design for the 2-euro-cent coin was a nod to both its national identity and the country's deep connection to the European project. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the familiar European map, with the 12 stars of the European Union surrounding it, signifying unity among member states. This is a design that has appeared on euro coins since their introduction, and it's the same design seen on 2-euro-cent coins from across the Eurozone. But it's the reverse side of the coin, the French side, that is the focal point of our story. The 2006 French 2-euro-cent coin features an image of a map of France, highlighting the country's regions. The map is elegantly outlined, with detailed borders and shapes that represent the geographical and political divisions within France. The coin's simple yet powerful design conveys both the unity and diversity of the French nation. The design is clean and precise, and it represents a rich history of French national identity, from the time of the Revolution to the modern-day era. On this side, we also see the word République Française, French Republic, and the year of minting, 2006.at first glance. There's nothing particularly exceptional about the 2006 French 2 euro-cent coin. It seems like a run-of-the-mill piece of currency that would be used in everyday transactions. Yet, as we look closer, we begin to see that even this simple, ordinary coin has the potential to become extraordinary. But what makes the 2006 French 2 euro-cent coin so special, you might ask? It's not just its design, nor is it just its status as a part of the euro family of coins. What makes this particular coin worth thousands of dollars is an error, one that, when discovered, set the coin apart from the rest.in most mass coin minting processes. The goal is to create a perfect product. The designs must be carefully placed, the dies must be aligned, and the strikes must be clear and precise. However, in a large-scale operation, small errors can slip through the cracks, and when they do, they can make a coin far more valuable than anyone could have imagined. For the 2006 French 2 euro-cent, this happened in the form of a rare minting flaw that affected a very small batch of coins. The error in question was a misalignment during the striking process. The design on the reverse side of the coin, the map of France, was struck off-center, causing the engraving to appear distorted. To the casual observer, this might look like a slightly imperfect coin, but for collectors and numismatists, this small error is what turned the coin into a highly coveted item. The coin's misalignment made it an anomaly, and like any other rare misprint in the world of numismatics, its value increased dramatically. It's important to note that minting errors are not unusual in the world of coin production. In fact, some of the most valuable coins ever discovered have been the result of minting errors. The rarity of these errors, combined with the demand from collectors, can turn a simple coin into a small fortune. In the case of the 2006 French 2 euro-cent, the misalignment created a coin that stood out from the millions of other coins produced that year. Only a small number of these misaligned coins made it into circulation, which is what makes them so valuable today. Now, let's talk about what happens when such a coin is discovered. Once the error was recognized, the demand for the misaligned 2006 French 2 euro-cent coin skyrocketed. Coin collectors, who are always on the lookout for rare and unique pieces, began searching high and low for these coins. People scoured through rolls of euro coins, scoured coin shops, and even searched eBay and auction houses for this rare find. But with so few of them in circulation, the search wasn't easy. This, of course, only increased the allure and mystique of the coin. In the world of numismatics, rarity and demand go hand in hand, and when a coin is rare, it commands a high price. Over time, the price of the misaligned 2006 French 2 euro-cent coin steadily increased. What was once a coin that could be found for a few cents now had a much higher value, reaching up to $62,000 for a well-preserved example. That's right, a 2 euro-cent coin, originally worth just 2 cents, can now be worth more than the average car, or even a small house, depending on its condition and provenance. So, what factors contribute to the $62,000 price tag on these misaligned coins? First and foremost, the rarity of the error makes the coin extremely valuable. With only a small number of misaligned 2006 French 2 euro-cent coins ever making it into circulation, the rarity of the coin is undeniable. Secondly, the condition of the coin is crucial to its value. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition will fetch far more than one that shows signs of wear and tear. Finally, the story behind the coin, the fact that it was minted during a pivotal time in Europe's history, during the rise of the euro and the expansion of the European Union, adds an extra layer of significance to the coin. It's not just about the error, it's about the historical context. Collectors who are fortunate enough to own one of these misaligned 2006 French 2 euro-cent coins often treasure it not just for its monetary value, but for the story it tells. It's a reminder that even in the world of coins, where perfection is typically the standard, imperfection can sometimes be the key to incredible value. For many, owning one of these rare coins is about more than just owning a piece of currency. It's about owning a piece of history. And so, as we conclude our story, I want to remind you that sometimes the most unassuming things can hold the greatest value. The 2006 French 2 euro-cent coin, with its small misalignment and its rich history, is a perfect example of this. It's a coin that was designed to be nothing more than a small, functional piece of currency, but thanks to an error and a little bit of luck, it has become a rare and valuable treasure. So, the next time you find yourself rummaging through loose change or sorting through a jar of old coins, remember that the 2006 French 2 euro-cent coin might just be hiding in plain sight. And who knows, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey into the world of rare and valuable coins. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the world of numismatics, I hope this story has inspired you to take a closer look at the coins around you. You never know when you might discover your own hidden treasure. Until next time, happy collecting.